So the day has come for me to move on. I've sold the club. Some of you might be pleased to hear that. But Big Nasty's been all over my wanted me to get back into the garage scene with him. So I said, you know what? Maybe it's time. I left it to the professionals. Don't really have a clue what I'm doing anyway. But I've got my suitcase here. I'm ready to get myself off. And yeah, wish G and everyone else at Tenerife all the best. Whether he stays, I'm not entirely sure. It's a new chairman, so he might decide that he's going to get someone else in. We'll have to wait and see. But I've enjoyed every moment. I hope you guys have as well. And maybe I'll see you in the future at some point. But until then, when I say Bo, you say La Liga. Hey everyone, and welcome to the final episode of When I Say Bo, You Say La Liga. And as you can see here above me, as I look that way, should I say, it's gone. Craig David is gone. Unfortunately, lost the actual name because he's actually retired now as the original guy, Miguel Concepcion. But as you can see, he's still got his cheeky little face on top. So today's episode is just going to be a rundown of everything that has happened, and I'm going to show you the highlights of the last game because I'm an idiot and I accidentally pressed continue one too many and it was too late. I'd had a few beers and I thought I'm not really in any state to be recording. I'm just trying to get to the final part so I could get to record. And I will mention as well at this point, I've already done this episode once, but for some reason, because of a technical error in terms of knocking my headset out while something was on, and then I plugged it back in, thought everything was okay, finished watching what I was watching, then went to do a recording, no sound. Didn't pick up this old piece of equipment here. So I'm having to do this again, which is a pain in the dick. So we'll start off with the results. And when you last left us, it was the 1-1 draw against Malaga. And then we came into the last that led to the run-in, thinking, well, we've got only a couple of relatively hard games, such as Sevilla and Barcelona. And I expected quite a few points, if I'm honest with you, against the teams in and around us, and obviously teams that we've beaten 6-0, Villarreal. But yeah, we lost this first game 1-0 at home against CD Numancia, a team that came up with us. Very disappointing, Valverde doing the damage there. Then we played said team Villarreal, who were beat 6-0 earlier on in the season. We only managed a 2-2 draw, and we were very lucky at that point as well, because we were 2-0 down at half-time, and I was, to be honest with you, I was kind of pleased in the end that we actually snatched a draw. So that was very pleasing indeed. Then we had a home game against Deportivo La Coruña. Now, Deportivo La Coruña, we used to be like one of the top teams in this division. I remember like late 90s, early 2000s, they were one of the teams to beat. They were up there with Barcelona and Real Madrid like every year. But this season and the recent years, they haven't been anywhere near that sort of standard. But they still managed to beat us 2-1, thanks to 2 Celso Borges goals. He's a legend. He's a player who used to sign for Leeds about 5-6 years ago, something like that. But then, probably the most impressive result, probably of the season, you know, if you discard the Villarreal 6-0. Did I mention that I beat Villarreal 6-0? Sevilla, I believe you pronounce it. We beat them 5-3 away from home, and we had a great performance from quite a few of the players. You know, not only Cadlick got a 6.7, and it looks like he was playing on the wing, because from what I remember, it's been a while since I played. But yeah, Jovic got a brace, Mohamed got one, Sanz got one, and Brahim Diaz got one as well. And yeah, it was a very impressive game, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, we conceded the goals, but who cares? And then we had a small matter of a trip to the new camp. And to be honest with you, it's going to sound crazy, I was kind of pleased with this. Even though we conceded 6 goals, we're always going to concede goals. We had a terrible defence that pretty much was made up of the same defences we had in the league last season. But we scored 3 goals against Barcelona, which I thought was absolutely outstanding. Largely thanks to Luka Jovic and Eta Sanz, the stalwart, the tank in the middle of the park. That's one player I'm going to miss, to be fair. And then after that, we had a home game against Girona, the team that knocked us out, not this year of the Cup, but last year. We got kind of a little bit of payback thanks to Cadlec and Bologna. Then Leganes, the team bottom of the league. I mean, we could only manage a draw at home after going 1-0 down thanks to Stefano Okaka, a former regen of about 10 years ago. Former wonder kid of about 10 years ago. And then the penultimate game was Athletic Club Bilbao. Another decent result against these, to be fair. But again, these are a team that aren't as good as what they used to be, on this game anyway, at this stage. I made a really, really good performance from across the board, really. Despite conceding 2 goals, everyone scored above a 7.2, so very pleasing indeed. 5 goals as well, thanks to Jovic, Bologna and Mohamed hat-trick, which is very pleasing as well. And then I'll show you this particular game. This was supposed to be the live com that I was going to be doing. So I'll show you the goals. It was a tight game. Let's just have a gander, shall we? I think there's if I remember rightly, there's a fail of the week contender at some point. Right, so the first goal went to Real Sociedad, which was kind of surprising. And it was literally, what the hell is that? Defender and keeper just completely cocking up. And he dives afterwards. He's got no chance of getting there. But we're 1-0 down at this point. Moving on to the second goal. I believe, did we go 2-0 down? I believe it was. Like I said, it's been a little while. Yeah, Ilara got it here. Fed it through for Milanov to cross it in. It was indeed 2-0 thanks to Willian. J. Willian, whoever he is. But yeah, Willian Jose. Or Jose, however you want to pronounce it. But then, the start of the comeback was on. Sanz received it from the throw. Palencia infield to Mattia. Played it forward to Luca, who in turn played it forward to Gutierrez. Squared it to Sanz, Bologna. Nice little ball to Kadlecki. Played it out wide to Palencia. Eventually crossed it in towards the back post. Gutierrez had all the goal to aim for to head it into the net. Instead, he went the other way and headed it down to Luka Jovic, who did the rest. So yeah, very pleasing indeed. And then Palencia started off the next goal with the throw-in. Luka got it, fed it through for Gutierrez, who this time selfishly did decide to have a shot. So that was very pleasing indeed. And then the game locked up for a split second, but never mind. And then the comeback we thought was complete, but Bologna had other ideas as he managed to whip this in. A bit of a deflected cross, and eventually it's found its way to Luka Jovic, who did the rest to make it 3-2. And you were thinking at this point, job done. But it wasn't to be, because Sociedad got a late equaliser thanks to, I think Damien played it in, whatever he's called, and Larry scored from the knockdown from Willian Jose. And that was it. That was the end of the season. 3-3, finished 9th. We'll have a look at the table now. And this is the table here. The one thing I think does stand out, to me anyway, is the fact that, well, one, we finished 9th, above some big teams, Villarreal, Deportivo La Coruña, as mentioned before. Sociedad, to some degree. Real Betis were up there at one point. We didn't do bad at all, but if you have a look in the against column, we conceded the second most goals in the entire league. Disgusting behaviour. But we ended up somehow with a positive goal difference of 1. And we scored 77 goals, which is the 4th most in the entire league. The only 3 teams that beat us were the top 3. Barcelona, Real Madrid and Athletico Madrid. And you could argue that's expected. So it was very pleasing in an attacking sense. Just defensively, we'd need to strengthen if we were to carry on this save, which obviously we're not, because FM18 is on the horizon. But yes, very pleasing indeed. So now I'm just going to quickly go into the squad. We're going to have a look at the actual performances of the players. We're going to start with appearances. We've got Carlos Abad making the most appearances with 38. The other keeper only made 2 appearances. It's out of 40, is this, I suppose. Sanz, our 34-year-old Marshall. One thing I will say about this particular game, I'm not sure if it's going to be the same on the next FM, but I opted to make him the captain this season. Suso wasn't best pleased about it, but every time someone had any issues, I'd ask Susan, and they won't be resolved. They just go, "Yeah, I'm still going to talk to the boss." Every single person that's come, and some of them have been multiple times, and I've said, "Oh, ask Sanz to sort it out," basically. And every single one of them, and I'm talking, there must have been at least, and I'm not exaggerating here, 28 occasions where players come to me wanting more of a better contract, wanting to play football, basically wanting to actually start games, wanting to go out on loan, whatever it was, transfer request, and just honestly, it's resolved absolutely everything. What an absolute legend he's been. And he made 34 appearances and 2 off the bench. George was next with 31 and Avaldano with 30. That's the starting partnership of the central defenders. And then finally it was Anas Mohammed, despite having quite a few injuries. So that was pretty pleasing indeed. So then we'll look at goals, and there wasn't many in double figures this season. We had Jovic with 10 from 12 starts, which wasn't a bad return to be fair, but Mohamed leading the way with 18 goals from 28 appearances as mentioned before. Bernard Menza missing a large chunk of the season. He got picked up 6 goals when he was deployed in a shadow striker role, and then a couple 5s here from quite a few players. Probably the biggest disappointment was Oliver Sarkic, but it's my fault because I didn't see that he had 10 finishing. Moving on to assists, no one in double figures. It was quite largely spread out across the squad. Mayana getting the most so with 7, with Gutierrez missing a large chunk as well, with 6, Bologna with 6, 5 for Anis, Mohamed and Sands respectively. And then a biggie, average ratings. Best player apparently, my third choice centre back. Maybe I should have played him more. 7.25 average rating for a player that was deemed literally on the cusp of, the Liga Santander and the Liga 1-2-3. So maybe I should have played him more, I don't know, but he did really well when he played. But this is where the game's broken for me. I'll move on. I'll get onto that when I finished all the other players. But yeah, Anis Mohammed with 7.16. Another centre back with 7.15. Jovic with 7.11. Shame about Simeon Slavachops because he was playing well and he got picked up a really long-term injury, like a 6-month injury. It was very disappointing. And Caddick got 7.07 with his short spell at the team, basically, because obviously the season's ending and the series is ending. But the thing that gets me more than anything is you look at the average rating and defenders. Let's have a look at George, 7.02. And Avaldano, where's he gone? Am I blind? Oh yeah, he's third. Right, so your 2 starting centre-backs, despite conceding the second worst in the league, 76 goals in the league alone, they get above a 7 average rating all the way through. And even Carlos Abad got a 6.94, which isn't that bad for a goalkeeper in my opinion, in 38 appearances. It's absolutely crazy paving. But anyway, regardless, I'm just going to have a look at the leading mistakes. The leading one was Sands, who got 60 mistakes, but he did play the most games for an outfield player, so I'm not too disgruntled. To highlight the difference, you've got Vitolo towards the bottom. He only played 4 starts and 3 sub-appearances, right? And he got 10 mistakes. So for every, let's say he's got 6 times more, but he's played, 8 times more? So he's a lot better. He did a lot better than the other option that I probably had. So very pleasing overall, I think. I don't think I've had seasons where I've had nearly 100 mistakes and stuff before, and that's in a team that's done even better than what we have. So I'm not too disgruntled, regardless of what's happened there. And just before we go, just have a look at the finances to see where we've left them. And as you can see, getting promoted into the Liga Santander kind of has a similar sort of effect as getting into the Premier League does with any team. You get a massive load of money. Despite that, you only get given 5 million for next season transfer budget. Of course you do. And yeah, the one actual last thing which I completely forgot to check, was to show you, is the end of season awards. Backing up the Alberto, Avaldano and George, all centre-backs. Player of the season, centre-backs, yeah. Second worst goal difference in the league. This game is broken. Signing of the season, a right back. Young player of the season, centre-back. Goal of the season, I might as well show you. It was an absolute corker. But yeah, it just sums it up, doesn't it? I mean, what have you guys got in terms of your thoughts for FM18? What do you want improving? Because there's little things like that. I mean, come on. Over a 7, they've conceded so many goals. Surely there must be more closer to 6. Not that I'm complaining, it's good. I mean, it must be to do with the passing. Because look at this. I mean, that's Raul de Thomas's one of his 5 goals. What a screen pie that was. And I believe it was a winner as well. We won 1-0. But that was a fantastic goal. But, yeah, all defenders in the awards. We've conceded so many goals. We've scored so many goals. But yet no one who's scoring those goals gets anywhere near the award. So what the hell? But anyway, I digress. Oh yeah, finally, Club Deportivo Tenerife were today announced as the winners of the Spanish Most Improved Team of the Year award. basically we beat Malaga and Girona. If we look at the league right quick, Malaga, they finished 4th. Last season they finished 9th. So they've gone from 9th to 4th. We're the most improved because I suppose we've come from like here, below 20th to 9th. So that's probably why. Girona, I think they finished about, where did they finish? 15th. So yeah, they've had a bit of an increase. But for me, there was only going to be one winner. I mean, that's the equivalent of the underachiever, overachiever sort of thing. So I'm really pleased with that, and hopefully those of you guys that have watched this have been impressed as well. But I very much have been, and I'm going to be a little bit good to leave this behind. But let's be honest, the game was dying when I started this series, and maybe I should have done it a little bit earlier, and maybe I shouldn't have done it at all. Let us know in the comments below what you think I should have done. But that is going to be it for this series. So that is it, guys. End of the series, end of Hooters above me, or behind me should I say, kind of both. It's been emotional, been a lot of batterings in this season. It's been tough to take, some of them, especially after beating a lot of teams as well, and you're getting a bit of confidence and thinking, oh, maybe we might have a chance against some of these better sides. Probably highlights have been the 2-2 draw against Atletico Madrid. I think that was a massive result for us. Not losing to Valencia, and beating Sevilla 5-3 away from home. That was absolutely outstanding, was that game. One I kind of wish I had a live con, but never mind. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it as well. Just a little bit of information as to what's going to be happening on FM18 in regards myself. Myself and Martino got game. If you've watched any of like the Fortnite stuff or the Rocket League stuff that's been recently going out, Martino is someone who's been playing alongside us. I'm actually going to be doing a lowdown. This is for any Leeds fans. Of the squad, and well, not the squad, the whole club basically. So finances, transfer budgets, who we might be able to sign, etc. But it's going to be both of us. So rather than the normal one person talking and doing it all sort of thing. So we're going to try and split it across both channels to make it so we both get some views from it. So hopefully you'll check him out as well when it comes to it. Other than that, beta, I'm going to do Leeds. I think for the beta. Whether I continue it on, I'm not entirely sure. What I might do is I might do like a season for YouTube, and then I might continue it maybe on Twitch. Would you be interested in joining us for that? Let us know in the comments below. And also the main save, I will reveal it now to anyone who has actually got this far. I'm going to be doing Tranmere Rovers, starting off in non-league. It is obviously Vanarama National Division, so we'll be starting one off League 2. But I just like the idea of a team that used to be in the Championship, that was knocking on the door in the Premier League, got to the playoffs 3 times in a row, I believe it was. I'll get more in detail, obviously, when we come to it. I'm going to do like a bit of an intro and stuff like that, which will probably explain some of the stuff. But I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully you are as well. Hopefully you'll join us for it as well. But until then, I will see you then. Bye-bye.